Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Unfortunately, I only have 30 minutes today, but I want to talk to you just kind of staying in line with what I was talking about yesterday. If you decide to forgive someone who has cheated, and this can go either way, but I'm talking about if the man has cheated, but you can invert it if you need to. The same applies. What you have to realize, especially the cheater, what the cheater needs to understand, or the person who cheated. See, for me, it's a difference between a cheater and a person who cheated. So somebody who cheats on you and y'all hash through that, you talk through that, you decide to forgive, and they never cheat again, that's someone who cheated. A person who cheats on you multiple times, that's a cheater. And so either or, the person who cheated or the cheater, if you take them back, what the cheater has to understand is that when you get taken back, you on probation. Just you on parole. Probation. So what happened on that? It's rules and regulations. You got the P test, you got curfew, you got check-ins, same thing. When you come back after you have cheated, there is no privacy. There ain't no, oh, this my phone, or this my privacy. You invade my privacy. You ain't got no privacy. You ain't got no privacy because you got caught cheating. You cheated. So guess what? Your passwords on all your social medias, password on your phone, might be a tracking device on your car, might have a tracking app on your phone, might have a recorder on your phone. It ain't no privacy, because what you have to do if you cheated is you got to show and prove that you're open, that you're honest, and that you have nothing to hide. See, the only time you don't want somebody to have your password, your spouse to have your password, is when you got something to hide. You don't want your spouse going in your phone. It ain't nothing about privacy. My wife could pick up my phone, go on my phone anytime she want to. She got all my passwords to all my social media, Facebook, Instagram, bank accounts, everything. My phone, my two sons got my code to my phone. In case they need to go on the phone and make a call. They might have to make an emergency call, or they might need to go on my phone and play a game. They got it. So now, and you know why? Because I ain't got nothing to hide. Ain't got nothing to hide. Most of my 13-year-old gonna read about it, some business, some calls being set up. I don't have to worry about my son going in my phone and then boop, old nude popping up from a side woman. So my family, my wife especially, got all my passwords, and I'm not cheating. So definitely, if you cheated, the other thing what you got to realize if you cheated is you got to jump through hoops. You got to go through to get to. You got to show and prove. So you really need to be in coaching, and based on your budget, you don't have to work with me, because my coaching rate may not be affordable to everybody. But if it's affordable, then yeah, come on. I'll help you work on through those issues. If it's not affordable, it's several coaches on my mentor.life that you can work with and get the same or similar results. And I won't say the same now, but similar results, because everybody got their own style. So you need to be in coaching. And if it's affordable, that you can do, let's say you got a credit card that's $5,000 and you don't want to go over 30% because you want to keep your credit score right, that's $1,500 that you can put on that credit card and be under your 30% utilization, and $1,500 to get you a lot of coaching. So you go ahead and book them sessions up. You book them sessions up. I tell you what a man did. Don't write for no refund either. Don't write for no refund. Tell you what a man did. He done came and booked 3 sessions at one time. This week, next week. $300 a pop. Spent $900. Might have did $1,200. Every time I called him, man, he wasn't available. Don't write for no refund, brother. Nope. But what he did is he probably got the receipt that said you have booked coaching, screenshot it, sent it to his girlfriend or his wife. See, I'm doing coaching. He probably spent the money, but really don't even want to talk to me because he already know what he doing. He already know he wrong. He already know what I'm going to say. He already know that I'm going to see right through any games he playing, and he probably don't want to change. Or he probably know what he need to do to change, and he don't need to hear it from me. So he just did that, satisfy her. Hey, thank you. God bless you. Hey, that's a donation. Don't write for no refund now. And so that's what a man knows that he has to do. A woman too. And you get that coaching and you transparent. You talking about your day. What happened in your day? Who you talk to at the water cooler? Or who you had lunch with? Tell it all. Tell it all. See, look, transparency builds trust. You ever doing something with somebody on a project or in school or business, and you send screenshots of stuff, or you send receipts, you CC, you forward emails? It's transparency. That transparency builds trust. So you can't come back to a relationship as the offender and want to have privacy and want to be able to do things your way. No, because you need to show and prove that you love and that you are remorseful for what you did. And so you can't say you remorseful, but then not want to do the work, not want to get coaching, not want to read the books, not want to share your passwords. Now, see, the thing about it is your partner might not even check your passwords, might not even log into your stuff, because some people just don't have the time. Some people don't want to search if they don't want to find. And some people just want to give trust. But just you giving them the password, it can put them at ease. You can give somebody your password. Like my wife got my passwords and she never checked my stuff. She never checked my stuff. And the reason why she doesn't is because I gave her the password. So it tells her I ain't got nothing to hide. Now, see, it's people who done gave passwords and got that trust and still winning on the phone, illicit, cheating, doing with somebody having a password. But that's because they gave it for that reason. Hey, y'all, I just reached over here and realized this. See here, this my new iPhone 11. See, this phone here, this the old iPhone that I be shooting all these videos on. This is the new iPhone 11. I just ordered it a couple days ago. They were telling me I could finance it with my Apple credit card, so I was trying to finance it, but then they went to talking about I can only finance $140. So I'm like, what? So I had to get that. I got it on credit card now. So Apple, thank you. So I'm gonna be swapping out. So these videos now, when I get on here, Lord willing, these videos gonna be looking a little more crisp, a little more lucid resolution. But back to what I was saying, you got to go on ahead and open up. And when you create that transparency, what's going to happen? The trust gets rebuilt. And there's a thing now. If you are the victim in the situation, you got to have these stipulations in place, and you cannot compromise your stipulations. And that's one thing that I see all the time is people compromising their stipulation. They say, hey, you got to get 4 sessions of coaching, 8 sessions, 12 sessions of coaching. And then the person who cheated, pitch a fit. I ain't got to do that, man. They probably and they pitch a fit. And because the victim in the situation doesn't want to start their life over, doesn't want to be lonely, don't really want to leave, was trying to act tough, but got called on the bluff, and then the cheater, the person who cheated, pitches a fit, and then the other person say, all right, fine. Okay, fine. We will just work together ourselves. We'll talk it out. We'll work through it, and you don't have to get coaching. You did the wrong thing. What else your other stipulation? You need to get back in church. You might have to wear a mask, but if you want them to be back in church or get in church, that's non-negotiable. If you want them to read Make It Work, A Woman's Influence. So y'all read a chapter or listen to a chapter on Audible, and then y'all gonna discuss it, and y'all getting through a chapter a day, and you gonna discuss it. That's non-negotiable. That's non-negotiable. They don't read that chapter that day. Hey, well, all right, let's sit down. I'll turn it on. We'll play it. It's on Audible. We'll play it, and then let's talk about it. Oh, you don't feel like doing it? Oh, you ain't got time? All right, violation of probation. All right, okay. Okay, you ain't got time to get this purse. Get this purse. Okay, get my water too. Well, all right. Well, since you ain't got the time, bye. You see what I'm saying? But see, what happened is y'all try to come back and you put your stipulations in place, and then they give you the person who cheated on you, who need the forgiveness, they pitch a fit, and then when they pitch that fit, you just give up. All right, fine. You know what? We won't go through the chapter tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow they got a headache. The next day they got two migraines. The next day they done stuck the toe on the bed. Let the toe bleed out just so they could go to the emergency room just to miss that chapter. See, a person who don't want to change, they gonna come up with anything to keep you stuck, to keep you in the dark, and because they don't want to change. Now, when somebody want to change, they're gonna say, okay, let's do this coaching. Let's read this book or listen to this book, and let's go ahead and go through it. And they're gonna do it. And some people going through the motion, but guess what? When you go through that motion, and this is what I mean when I say go through the motion, and this is what you got to understand when you're going through the motion, it depends on who you dealing with. You really can't go through the motion with me, because I'm going to hit that truth. I'm going to get in there, and I'm going to give you some real stuff now. So when you come just get on the call, just to be on the call, no, your spirit going to be convicted. You're going to be convicted. You're going to want to get right. So it's just like when I say going through the motion, it's just like right here. If I got a 50-pound weight and I say, man, I don't even want to get big. I'm just finna go up there and just lift this 50-pound weight. If I'm doing this right here, guess what? That arm going to start to, okay, all right. You see how I'm doing that? See, when you go through that motion, you're going to get results. So if you taking and you got to go through coaching, if you got to open that Make It Work and read it, if you got to get on Tony Gadsden's Academy and go through Real Love University, you're going to hear something. Something going to be heard, and it's going to convict your spirit. It's going to challenge you. So when you forgive somebody and you take them back, whatever your stipulations are. Now, understand, your stipulations got to be realistic now. Because, some of y'all, well, you know what? If you really love me, you know the mountain, you'll climb that mountain. I want you to climb that mountain. And when you get to the top, just scream, I love you. And I'll be standing down there listening. See, some people, you come up with stuff that really don't even matter. Like, you know what, you love me, you'll do this. You'll buy me a Chanel bag if you really love me. And so that have nothing to do with nothing. So your stipulations have to be realistic. It got to be something that's going to grow the person. You got to work with this here counselor, this here coach, read this here book, go to this here church. You got to be opening up, vulnerable, transparent, honest. You got to have no more passwords or all your passwords. I got the passwords. And when you accept this person back and they give you this and they transparent and they doing the work, you can't get lulled to sleep. Don't get lulled to sleep now. You give them enough rope to help themselves hang themselves. And not literally. I'm not saying that literally now. Meaning they're going to sabotage the relationship, or they're going to enhance the relationship. They're going to renew the relationship. They're going to rebuild the relationship. And so what you have to do is you give them some trust. You give them a little space, but you got to pop in every now and then. See, one thing we do is we get lulled to sleep. And you have to understand, Trust is good, but don't let trust become obliviosity. And that's a word today. Don't let your trust make you oblivious to the truth, to the facts. So what you have to realize, like the other day, I bumped into my wife's phone. Bumped into her phone. It was sitting on the bed, and she wasn't in there. Bumped into her phone. She got an iPhone 11 Pro. She been had her a long time ago. I got that phone. All right, okay, let me see. I just had to make sure. Like, listen, okay, yeah, I trust you, but the devil is alive and busy. So I'm gonna get me a few strolls through these text messages. All right. Okay, all right. Glad I ain't see nothing. Thank you, Lord. You done kept her. Thank you, Lord, for keeping her. All right, she's still faithful. Praise be. Okay. So yeah, I got me some scrolls, and that's what I mean. We going on 14 years of marriage, but I'm still, if I bump into that phone, I'm gonna say I don't know if the Lord trying to reveal something to me. So I'm finna just check, make sure mangalo ain't in here, and if ain't no mandingos in there, got no problem. I don't even mention I went through the phone. Don't even mention I seen nothing. Especially marriage now. In marriage ain't no privacy. In marriage, everything mine is hers. Everything hers, mine. Now, when y'all dating, that's a little different unless you dating for marriage and unless you dating and the person then committed an offense. See, if the person has committed an offense, then in dating, now there is no forbidden fruit in dating. When I say forbidden fruit, I mean the criminology term of searching or finding evidence without a search warrant. If you date and you engage for marriage and the person done cheated, you allowed to go in that phone. You can go in that phone then. Now y'all been together 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Ain't nobody did nothing. You ain't got no reason to be checking no phone. Now you invading privacy because y'all still independent. See, when you get engaged for marriage, now it's a little more serious. Because now you finna spend your life with this person. So you bump into that phone, oh, you got to get you a couple scrolls now. Because y'all engaged, that's really just marriage waiting on the certificate. You see what I mean? And so you got to get you a couple scrolls. Get you a couple scrolls. Go on, look through there. Make sure you don't see nothing. And it's so many times that people do a little digging in the engagement and find out they partner cheating. And now that done saved them from a divorce. Because you caught the cheater before you got married. And that's what you want to do. And so on the flip side, when you accept somebody after they've cheated, give them some rope, but do not get lulled to sleep. Don't just, you know what, I'm just going to trust. Trust just means that I just got to turn the other cheek. I just got to turn a blind eye. No, don't. I ain't turning no blind eye. My eye wide open. I'm all in them. I'm on the email. Let me scroll through this email. Okay. I'm in the sent mail. I'm in the trash. I'm in the junk folder. Let me see. All right. So you have to do your due diligence so that way the person you with, they know. Now, see, I'm going to tell you now. Now, a lot of men who done cheated, what they do is they keep their phone at their work, at the job. They keep their phone at work, and they don't bring that phone home, and that phone be at the job, and when they go to work, they get on that phone. So if you somebody and you get text, you only hear from the man you talking to between the hours of such and such and such and such, you on the side. If you only hear from them between the same 8-hour window or 10-hour window, you on the side. Because that's what a lot of men do. Now me, I never ain't had that. I ain't never had that kind of money to have two phones. And I remember seeing guys who ain't had no money and had two phones. I'm like, boy, how you afford that? Boy, you really scratching that budget to cheat. Like, wow, boy, you scratching the mess out your budget to cheat. I understand that's Cricket or Metro PCS, but still, that's a bill. And I just ain't have the energy or the mindset. If I want to do me some cheating, it's going to be on the same phone. I'm not going to have two phones. But some men will go to that extent to have the phone in the car, the phone in their desk at work, the phone in their locker at work, or the phone with, and if they rich, they got an assistant. You know, it's the phone stay with the assistant, and that's how they do their dirt diggler. And so, guess what? Somebody going that far? No, you can't go up to the job. Let me just search your desk. Let me search your desk. Let me search your locker. Let me frisk your friend. Let me frisk you know, see if your friend got an extra phone for you. Let me go through his glove compartment. You can't do all that. So you got to understand if they're going to go to that extent to cheat, it's going to blow up in their face anyways. It's going to blow up in their face. You're going to see it. It's going to happen. And you just got to wait until it come out. And so you monitor what you can see, what you have access to, and don't stress the rest. Don't stress yourself. What you do not want to do if you accept the person back who has cheated on you is you don't want to become Blue's Clues. You don't want to be Sherlock Holmes, Columbo, Matlock. You want to be able to live your life. And stuff going to come across you. They're going to leave the iPad. They're going to leave the laptop. Computer, they gonna leave their phone. Like this, they might go to the toilet stool. They might be in the shower. They might, just set the phone down to go cook some food or something. Anytime that phone get left around, all right, get a few scrolls, okay, and just like that. But don't set it to where you just fixating over searching and checking. So you do have to give them enough rope, okay, to do one or the other. And they're going to show you. And what you have to do is you become sensitive to the spirit in the sense of you using discernment. So when a person is lying or a person is cheating, everything affects everything. So they won't be clicking on all cylinders if they're cheating. If they're cheating, they're going to come to a place to where they might be snappy. They might be short. They might be distant. They might be overly loving. It's going to be something that's going to be off. And you're going to be able to say, all right. See, this is probable cause. So the same thing we talk about in the court of law, I just applied to the court of love because I ain't finished college, but I was a criminology major. So I just learned a little bit of this stuff. So I just bring it to what I do today. This right here, probable cause. So if a person, if you stop somebody and you see a little plastic baggie sticking out from behind that seat and you smell a little aroma, now you got probable cause to search that car. See what I mean? So if somebody acting off, been snappy, been a little buzzy, now you like, okay, something going on here. All right, been coming home an hour late. Traffic ain't that bad. Okay, now when they go to, you just tiptoe. All right, like that Pink Panther. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. I know it. Wait till tomorrow to tell them. Don't wake them up out of sleep. Wait till tomorrow to talk about it. And see, this is the thing. You got to check in. It's just like when you're on a job. What happened on the job? You get evaluations. When you get evaluations, it's been a long time since I worked for somebody. Been about 10 years. But when y'all get evaluation, every 3 months, every 6 months, that's what you got to do. And then what happened with the evaluation? If it's good, what you get? You get your little raise. If your company got the money, you get your little raise. I don't know if y'all get demotions. Do y'all? I don't know. So the same thing happened in a relationship. You check in every 3 months, every 6 months. And if everything check out, you could open your heart back up a little bit more. You open your heart up a little more. If everything don't check out, you closing in a little more. If it's bad what you see or what you experience, the evaluation is terrible, got to go. Got to go. See you later. Hey, speaking of, I got to go. Son got practice here. Son got soccer practice, so I got to get going. Hey, God bless y'all, and we'll talk soon.